Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's watch list preview. Hopefully, it's better one than last week's. Last week had, I think there was four on there, and one didn't trigger at all. One triggered and reversed back, I believe. One was um, Caterpillar, which gapped way up, so it triggered, but it really wasn't a tradable alert or tradable setup because it gapped so far past the trigger that it was already past a couple of targets. And the other one was Western Digital, which ended up doing pretty good. You guys, if you watched my video I did the other day, you'll see that I talked about it. It worked out pretty well. It triggered. Was my trigger? My trigger was right here. It triggered. It pulled back a little bit after it actually almost hit target too. Then it pulled back and then it really shot and took off. So I'm working on exits, entries and exits that would keep me in this trade uh, to capture more of the run. Um, and my stops still should be pretty good. I'll get to that. I'm still perfecting it. I've been working on it for a couple of months. Um, it should get me better entries and keep me in the trade potentially longer um, on these long runners. Example would be Friday Netflix. If we look at the 5 minute, I actually got in this Friday, but I didn't stay in it long. Actually, you know what? I did get in this. I got in this and I bought the same day expiration. At Theta was killing me because I got in. I got a little bit early. And you know what I did sell? I sold this one for small profit um, because I was in too many other trades at the time. And I kicked myself for it because if I would have stayed in it, I probably could have made a couple 100% because they were same day expirations. But anyway, um, it would keep me in longer. This actually isn't a real good example. Uh, yep, this could have been an exit here if you followed the strat. If you would have got in down here on a reversal, you had a 2-3 right here. If you would have got in down here and strictly followed the strat, you may have got it stopped out right here because you had a 2-2 reversal right here on the 5 minute. Now you would have still had full time frame continuity on higher time frames, but um, I know I probably would have stopped out here because I kind of stuck pretty strict to it, and I would have missed this whole run here. So uh, it's just what I'm looking at, and I know a lot of straters would have stayed in this because they look at the larger time frames. Um, I just don't. It's just not the way I trade it. So the way I'm trying to figure this out and trying to work on it, it's going to be a lot better for the shorter time frames for me, for my trading style. So I'll get to that, once we figure out once I get it perfected. So let's take a look at the watch list here. Let me open it up. Here's the watch list. Verizon to the downside, Moderna to the downside, CVS to the upside, Eli Lilly to the upside, Regeneron to the upside. So let's take a look here. And I added more targets to Moderna. I just didn't put them on here yet. So they're marked on the charts, but I just don't have them on the notepad yet. So if we look at Verizon, it's been a pretty ugly year. Um, it's an inside candle, but it's very red candle, very big, large red candle. The quarter's been pretty ugly. We've had three bad quarters in a row. The monthly has been really ugly. Kind of tried to bounce a little bit here this month, but you see here, just kind of chopping around. So I'm looking for a break below 51.91. Target 1 is going to be this low here, 51.20. Target 2 is going to be this low, 50.86. You could come over here and look at target 3 over here at 48.84. That would be my targets. I didn't actually mark this one, but let me put it on there. Target 4, or target 3, inside week down. So that would be my target 3. And then take a look at Moderna. Moderna, if you look at the year, and I don't know how the spreads are on these, so that would factor in. I don't trade these too much. That would factor in. I try to stick with no more than about a 10% spread on my options trade. So if my options, if it's 175 by $2, that's really pushing my limits, because that's a $25 spread on $175 trade, which is going to be over 10%. So just I would just be cautious of getting in something like that. On a quarter, ugly looking quarter. On the month, not very pretty on the month. Oops. On the week, hasn't been very good on the week. We have an inside week here. We also got a moving average cross, which I don't put a lot of weight into those, but we did cross to the downside. So I'm looking for a break below this inside candle of 221.60. Target 1, let me come down to the daily just so I can be consistent here on my targets. Target 1 is going to be this low here of 210.96. Target 2 is going to be, where's it at? Actually, target 1. Yeah, there we go. Target 2's here. Target 1 is 210.96. They're squished so tight together it's hard to visualize them. Target 2 is this low, way back here, 209.55. Target 3 is going to be this low here of 194.51. So that's what I'm looking at for Moderna. CVS. Let's take a look at CVS. The year has been phenomenal. The quarter. Now this chart's going to get a little bit sloppy because I have this on my quarter up, and you see on the quarter it broke, it triggered, took out target 1, 2, 3. It actually, if you look at the high of this, 96.57. Look at target 3 here, 96.57. Hit it to the penny. So it took out targets 1, 2, and 3. So anyway, I still have all these markings on this chart, so it's going to look pretty messy when we get down to here. So you look at the monthly, it's looking good. Look at the week. We have an inside week. We had a bunch of the previous weeks really good inside week. So it's just taking a breather, looking for it to break the high of the inside week of 95.34. Target 1, if we come down to the daily, is going to be the high of this candle of 99 or 95.88. Target 2 is the high of this candle of 96.28. Target 3 is the high of this candle of 96.57. If we break those, then I would start looking at my quarterly targets. 98.66, 106.67. That's what I would be looking for targets on CVS. Lilly, let's take a look. I had this on the monthly. The year's been phenomenal. The quarter, inside quarter, but it's pretty big green candle. On a month, we had an inside month. We broke that, and I had it. If you see here, I have inside month settings on here, and we took out. Where's the highest one? Inside week. We took out targets 1 and 2 on the monthly. Target 3 is way up here. So we haven't hit target 3's inside month yet. And we're only not even halfway through the month, so we still have time. So anyway, that's the monthly chart. Looks really good, or pretty good. The weekly chart looks really good, but this is an inside candle that's red. But I'm looking for a break above this candle, 266.91. Come down to the daily, look for some targets here. We're looking at the high of this candle of 269.49. Then the high of this candle, 271.11. So that's what I'm looking at for here. And again, if we break this, I'd go to the monthly targets, 272.91, 275.87. So that's it for Lilly. Regeneron, where'd it go? There it is. So let's take a look at Regeneron. The year's been really good. Quarter's been, it's a 2 down, but it's pretty big green candle, so it's looking good. On the month, we have the 2-2 reversal on the month. It's red, but it's still 2-2 reversal, bounced off the moving averages. On the week, we're looking for, we've had some good weeks in a row. Last 2 weeks ago wasn't great, but kind of trying to regroup here. Look for a break above 635.73. Come down to the daily to find some targets here, and we're looking at target 1 is going to be way up here at 659.79. And I like these because you don't have it. Now you can come down to like a 60-minute or even a 4-hour, maybe find targets in here. But for those that are trading the daily chart, there's nothing in here, nothing but blue skies up to here. So 659.79, target 2 664.99, target 3 672.88, target 4 676.94, target 5 is 686.62. So be careful with Regeneron. It has almost an $18 true range, so it moves quite a bit. I mean, look at this candle. This is 590 to 620. This is a $34 move this day. So you may not want to play the current weeks on Regeneron because it's going to move so fast. If you're right, then that could be a good thing. I don't know how much their options are. I mean, I'm looking at actually for this week's expirations. It's not bad. You can actually buy I have targets up here. Let's say a 675. 675s, the spread's huge, but it's hard to say when the market's closed. They're showing 60 by $1. So the 675s you could get for, I don't know, depending on how it opens Monday morning, you could probably get them for about $1 each. Even if you stepped up, now the 670s, it's a 70 by 145. That's more than 50% spread. I don't like that. The 665s are 65 by 175. There's no way I would enter something with that big of a spread. But see how tight the spreads get Monday morning. If they tighten up enough, it might be worth to buy because it moves so much. It might be worth to buy the cheapies, the 675s. Even with the $40 spread, you buy one if you pay $1 for it, $100. Maybe play it as a lotto because if that thing moves, you buy the 675s, and I'm just kind of spitballing these numbers, but you're looking at a $50 move. You're looking at, oh man, I don't know, potentially. I'm just going by, the 635s or the 640s are at the money right now. And you're looking at a $30, $40 move to hit the top target. Let's say a $30 move to get to the 675s. I don't know. You're looking at maybe 500%. Don't hold me to that because I'm not good at calculating that. But I would think you spend $100 on one and use just play it as a lotto. You could potentially make a few $100 on it. So I'm not saying to do that. I'm just saying, if your risk tolerance is there, it might be worth, if you're willing to give up $100, it might be worth buying that. See what happens. I just might do that. So even with that spread, if I go into it expecting I could lose the whole $100, that might be worth it. So, all right, that's it for this week. Thanks for watching. Again, here's the watch list. I'll put it up on Twitter. Take the picture of it, put it up on Twitter. Thanks for watching. See you guys later, and bye.